a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beach dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay at home, Disney Dad.
No filler on this VHS tape, no ads, just bam, straight into the sweet DuckTales theme. Earthquack is up first. Scrooge swims in his coin pool. I wonder how many billionaires saw Scrooge McDuck do this and actually filled a pool with coins and jumped in. And probably died. It's not 0. There's an earthquake and it causes a tidal wave of money. Oh no, the vault wall breaks and his money spills outside. This has to be a dream. There's too many like half dissolves. Yep, Webby wakes Scrooge up from his nightmare. He has constant nightmares about earthquakes because there's been a bunch of earthquakes in the area. So he had Gyro working on stuff to keep him and his money safe from earthquakes. But yep, his mansion is actually right in the line, the earthquake line. So his solution, put a shock absorber in the earth in front of the mansion. A crew comes to do just that, but they eventually come running out of the tunnels they're digging because it's haunted. This sounds like an episode of Scooby-Doo. And I kind of love that. Scrooge goes to check it out himself. They lower him in one of those like mine carts. Again, Scooby-Doo, but the rope attached to the mine cart breaks and Scrooge goes screaming into the abyss. So the nephews hop into the next minecart and ride in after him. Miner 49er is going to get them all. Despite the danger, they are playing whimsical adventure music in this scene as they careen into the unknown. Scrooge crashes, shadows surround him, and we go to commercial break. A bunch of colored balls are following Scrooge around now. Were the animators on strike? The balls come to life and they look like I don't know, Casper characters. They call themselves Curvarians, Curvarius. They're late and they want good seats for the big games, so they roll off. There's a lot of balls training for something. I swear these characters are complete rip-offs of something else. I just can't remember what are they. Were they Snorfs? No, that's not them. Anyway, some little ball wants to be part of the team and the coach begrudgingly agrees, but the little one fails and sucks at it. And he just doesn't have the size for it, the coach tells him. The ball king is on his way and Scrooge wants to have words with him. The king comes with the gold cup and declares the great game's open. What a plot for this cartoon. I'm in awe. Like, this is an episode of DuckTales, and after going Scooby-Doo for a few minutes, they're just taking a back seat to the subterranean ball Olympics side story. The trophy is called the Crackpot. Can't make that up. The king holds it up, and the crowd chants, "Crackpot, crackpot, crackpot." That's funny. The ball police try to arrest Scrooge, but he bursts out, and they figure out that it's these underground games that are causing all the earthquakes, so Scrooge now needs to stop the games to save his mansion. Scrooge's plan? To steal the Crackpot trophy. How that's going to stop the games forever, I don't know, but that's his plan. Also, you know what? Since everyone hates billionaires more than ever these days, Disney should turn Scrooge heel and have him as like the face of billionaires. They could have so much fun with that. Like, how awesome would it be to see heel Scrooge at Walt Disney World? Like, let him flaunt his wealth and be booed in the parade. Let him charge $100 for his picture and autograph in Disney World, where he just talks down to everyone like they're poor. Does the "I'll give you $1,000 if you can bounce this ball 10 times" to a little kid, and then slaps it away from him on bounce 9 and laughs at him. Just full on pro wrestling heel turn for Scrooge. Big 1% shirt. Make it happen. Anywho, Scrooge steals the trophy and they use a geyser to spray themselves back up to the surface. The ball people are like, huh? Well, guess we just need a new trophy and play on. Then an earthquake begins on land and Scrooge in his purple Rolls Royce is racing. The earthquake crack in the earth, and that sentence was fun to write and even more fun to say aloud. A crack in the floor sucks up all his money, his worst nightmare, pours it down into the ball cavern. The ball people don't want the money, though they have no use for it. The little ball guy has an idea and he gets the ball people to surround the money and roll into it, and somehow that sends all the money back up to the surface. It works. The balls crowd surf the little guy, for he's a jolly good fella. The end. Master of the Genie is next. Scrooge begins an expedition on camel through the desert because he found the vault of Aladdin. That's where the magic lamp should be. His Scottish arch nemesis, this guy, wants to beat Scrooge to the vault of Aladdin because he's going to go by plane. Scrooge and the nephews climb on the mountain looking for the lamp. Scottish guy climbs on the other side and beats them to the top. Scrooge takes a break, but the floor gives way and he falls into the mountain where he finds the vault of Aladdin and the golden lamp. Just as Glomgold, that's his name, arrives at the other side. More pro wrestling parallels as they argue with each other while they each climb one side of the pillar like it's a ladder match trying to get the lamp. They finally get it, and this chubby bumbler is released. They both claim they are his masters. The nephews arrive, and the genie has no idea whose masters are, but he comes up with an idea. He makes them race, and the winner gets to be his master. He says the first one home is going to be his master. Glomberg argues that his house is further away than Scrooge's, so Huey suggests the Duckburg ice cream parlor. First one there wins the genie's services. Scrooge sends Genie home with the nephews while they race. Scrooge barely gets out of the mountain, and Glomgold's goons jump and beat Scrooge. Ruh-roh. They leave him tied up, but Scrooge frees himself, and the race resumes. Glomgold tries surfing on a giant rock slab, and it ends up cutting his airplane in half. At the mansion, the genie frolics in the pool back in the desert. Scrooge dreams of a dip in his pool, but he knows Glomgold's first wish is going to be to bankrupt Scrooge, take all his money, so he has to win. The genie turns on the TV back home, and magically, they're watching Scrooge's limo racing through the desert. Is that right? Glomgold's and Scrooge are neck and neck as they foot race now through the desert. The genie wants to keep living at the mansion, so he moves the goalposts constantly and keeps sending Scrooge and Glomgold back in time, so neither will ever win the race and he can live there forever. That's good stuff. That's a good plot twist. They run into bandits, and Scrooge thinks they are a mirage, but they are not. Him and Glomgold are captured and brought before the Sultan. They just want water, but the Sultan says, "Feed these spies to the crocodiles." Daisy Duck is the Sultan's princess. And what's the play here? Also, Sultan is like the greatest title, right? Like better than king and ruler. Sultan sounds like someone you don't want to with. Daisy puts the guards to sleep, but she frees Scrooge and Glomgold. They escape to the palace. No, they escape the palace. The nephews have to trick the genie. Oh man, some guy walks into a room with all these women. And he tells them the Sultan is here for his daily harem inspection. Oh my. No, there's no joke. That is the joke. There's no other way to take that. Like the Sultan has a daily harem inspection. Come on. Daisy tells another story and puts everyone else to sleep. These two dress as ladies and they escape on a camel. The guards clue in and chases on. They surround the ducks. But then another cavalry of good guys comes and saves them. Webby serves the genie cookies and tells him he's too fat now to fit in the lamp. He says he's going to prove her wrong and he gets stuck in the lamp. The nephews make him return Scrooge to the mansion. Now it's back to Scrooge and Glomgold in a race to the genie. Scrooge gets home and Glomgold beats him there. He grabs the genie and his first wish is that Scrooge is marooned on a desert island, and it happens. But then Glomgold wishes he could see the expression on Scrooge's sad little face, and his wish comes true. Then he gets all flustered, and he wishes he never even found the damn lamp, and that's that. With a monkey paw ending, we are back to exactly where we started. Man, with all that talk about AI these days, it seems like a computer program took a few pages out of about 6 or 7 different DuckTales stories and pasted them together to make this story.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.